Hey, what's up guys? So the Jordan here, and I'm going to be doing another Grand Tourney review. I'm hoping to try to post these videos either like at least once or twice a week. It really depends on what cards are being released and which cards I think are super interesting or really good. That's why even though a lot of cards have been being released, I haven't been talking about all of them because in my opinion they're not super interesting, or they're not completely broken, or there's no like crazy combos that I could think of about it. It's just like a bunch of inspired cards or hero power cards, but there's nothing that great. And a lot of cards that have been released are only just like mediocre in my opinion. However, today actually they released or they didn't release, they revealed Wrathguard. So this is a new Warlock card. It's a demon. It's a 2 mana cost, 4/3. And whenever this minion takes damage, it also deals damage to your hero. So you're going to be taking at least 3 damage when Wrathguard dies. You could be taking more if if you get fireballed, and then you would take 6 damage because it still counts. Like the excess damage will still count. So is this card going to be comparable to the Flame Imp, or is it going to be like Pit Lord? I guess is the comparisons, because Flame Imp, as we know, is a super good card. 1-drop 3/2, you take 3 damage, but it's really aggressive, and if your opponent can't deal with it, it can normally deal like 3 to 9 damage, something crazy like that at least. Pit Lord, on the other hand, is a 4 mana, and you're taking 5 damage for a 5/6 body. The body is significantly better than a Flame Imp because it has a really good health stats, but at 5 damage, more into the mid and late game, is a lot more significant, and it doesn't bring you the early pressure that Flame Imp does, which is why Flame Imp is better than Pit Lord. However, Wrathguard is a 2-drop, and it's a 4/3 body. Like 4/3 on turn 2 is pretty insane. Can you imagine playing a Flame Imp and then on turn 1, then turn 2 you play Wrathguard, or you coin out Wrathguard? There's not many responses your opponent could deal with it. I guess the best ones could be from Mage, Frostbolt obviously, Flame Cannon. Rogue could deal with it with Backstab and Dagger. Druid could use Wrath. So this card isn't completely busted in the fact that it can be easily removed by most classes with their spells. However, some classes like Priest, Warrior would have to use a weapon. Hunter can't really deal with it, they would have to quickshot it. So Wrathguard is, I would say, pretty decent against half the classes. But if your opponent doesn't have response, like if they don't have a response for Flame Imp, it's kind of like if they don't have a response for Wrathguard, they're going to be taking a lot of damage. And that's mainly the reason why I think Wrathguard is going to be really good in Zoo or Demon Lock decks, just because if you could get it out on turn 2, then the early game pressure is just like super insane. And they're even adding more Warlock cards that could buff your demons. I think it's called let me find it real quick. Demon Fuse is a 2 mana, give your demon 3/3 if your opponent and give your opponent a mana crystal. It's not as good. Like Demon Wrath is a bit better, where it buffs your demon by 2/2. So they're kind of pushing out more demons, and if you could buff your demons, they're even harder to deal with. So just that early game pressure that Warlock is able to push out, like from right now and in the future with Wrathguard, and probably how Zoo is going to evolve after expansion, it's just like super strong. So in my opinion, Wrathguard, the 3 damage that you're going to take minimum is kind of like a Flame Imp. It's not too bad. If you take a bit more damage, it's still not too bad because it is a 2-drop for an incredibly strong, powerful body. So I do think this is going to be a really good card comparable to Flame Imp. It's definitely going to be included in Zoo and Demon Locks in my opinion, or maybe not the mid-range Demon Locks, but definitely the more aggressive Zoo decks are definitely going to run 2 of this card. And yeah, that's all I could really say about this card. It's overall a really solid card. Blizzard finally revealed to us a pretty decent card. Comment down below on what you think about this guy, if you think it's going to be good, if it's going to be like the next Flame Imp or the next Pit Lord. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around for the next review, and peace.